more can I say?
Top Billin.
Alright, Top Billin, been waiting the whole season for this one. Jugular Joe Burrow versus the Samoan sniper, Tua Tagovailoa. Alright, so as always, it's not a highlight channel. This is a film study. No full plays will be shown, blah, 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 blah. I want to compare these two guys and where they're at in their respective careers. Tua Tagovailoa hit the scene hard as a mama jummer 2 years ago, right? Throughout the season and then into the national championship game. Last year, he took off like you wouldn't believe as well. And this year, he has maintained, if not exceeded expectations if you've been watching him, right? In certain aspects for the fact that, hey, they're doing a little bit different stuff. A lot of the same elements, though, as the season has gone on, they've reverted back to a lot of the same elements that made them successful last year. And Joe Burrow and LSU, let's be honest here, they're doing the same exact stuff, right? These are all these Randy Edsel disciples like Mike Loxley, who saw this offense last year, and then Joe Brady, who was under Joe Moorhead. All these guys are grouped together, and they're all running that, putting pass tags on the back of run calls and really hitting between the hashes. And you'll see what I mean right here. But let's compare some of the delivery process going on right here. We see Tua on the pull. Now, let me see on the face of adversity right here at 1, 2, 3, 4, pretty much a 5-man pressure, right? Tua on the pull, the Samoan sniper, pretty much a shuffle right here. Now, I was looking at his throwing mechanics, seeing what's going on with that, right? So this is kind of an NFL comparison type thing that I wanted to do. So allow me to do my thing. Whatever you think and however you think does not matter. This is my show right here, and I want to do it the way I want to do it. So we see kind of a 3/4 delivery with very tight pocket rocket type stuff, with his throwing motion, piston quick, right? I think he can get the ball off at a moment's notice, no doubt about that. But this is what they do, man. They run slants and drags and hitches and screens, either way, pop passes. They do a lot of stuff right within 7 yards, right? And it's extremely effective. Why? Because they have some of the best athletes, if not the best group of receivers in the country. But you see him able to get that. Now look at the throwing motion, right? Just that right there. It's very short arm and tight and compact. So that allows him to really work this quick game stuff. And I told you before at the beginning of the season, it's very eerie to see this. My favorite all-time football player, Steve Young, right? When I was growing up. But look at oh my God, pitch perfect. Look at that, pitch perfect. Now wait till you hear that on somebody else's stuff, right? That's how it always happens. People are always biting Murf. But there you go. So look at that, pitch perfect. And then your man does the work, the rest of the work, right? And this goes on the stat sheet, for real. So think about that. All right, same kind of deal right here, right? Putting pass tags on the back of run calls. Now you can clearly see that this is a run call because it's shotgun power O with the orbit action going on from Jerry Jeudy. So they're gonna pull the opposite guard and the H back. So shotgun OH, and you see Najee Harris, right? So it looks like a run. You have to respect this, right? Just because of the run personnel, you'll see people shooting up, just absolutely giving up leverage, right? So he's just looking to read the leverage right here. You guys know this bad boy. And as always, slant comes right behind it to one of, if not the best in the country, Devontae Smith, right? So look at that. Gotta respect it. They're just making it easy for these guys, right? There's, in no uncertain terms, am I bragging about stuff like this, right? This is elementary school stuff. It really is, right? This doesn't necessarily translate to the NFL. It's hard to do this. The hashes are different. Everything about it is just different, right? But man, for the college level, it's absolutely perfect, and they've mastered it, right? Same deal. All right, same kind of deal right here for Jugular Joe, right? You essentially get 3 slants going on right here. A couple of inside slants. Get a flat route out here. But this is where Joe Burrow and LSU primarily work, right? Between this and this, right? I would say at least 85% of the time the ball is going to go beyond this. So I was looking for throws. This is what I did on this one, right? I want to go against I wanted to have film against the two best defenses on the schedule. So you would say that's either Auburn or Florida for LSU and then Texas A&M for Alabama, right? So I'm only taking a small sample size, but it's the best sample size you can take because it's the best competition from the defense. Not too many opposite hash throws for Joe Burrow, if at all, right? I think maybe one or two, where if you go to a pro-style offense like the one Jake Fromm is in, he has a ton of opposite hash throws. But most of Joe Burrow's throws, if it's going outside the numbers, he will be throwing it from the nearest hash mark, or he'll even roll out and throw it to the numbers, right? So obviously he has a decently strong arm, no doubt about that, but it's really hard to really see exactly how strong his arm is without those type of NFL throws. But you see on the pull right here, takes the pass the least resistance. You can see the leverage going on right here. First and foremost, all he's doing is quarterback starts to bail out. He knows he has a quick slant. He has two of them going on right here, so the linebacker wouldn't be able to help because he's going to be shielded off by the tight slot, which happens to be the tight end, Thad Moss. Pitch perfect. Joe Burrow's accuracy is off the chain. They'll nickel and dime you to death. It's so funny how these teams are mirror images of each other. A lot of the formations, a lot of the schemes and concepts and everything. But the fact that both of these, you can arguably say that LSU has the best wide receiver core in the country, or you can say that Alabama does. And with that being said, you can say that maybe Jerry Jeudy's the best wide receiver in the country, maybe Devontae Smith, maybe Justin Jefferson from LSU, maybe Jamar Chase or whatever like that. These guys are throwing two phenomenal receivers. So let's look at the delivery process from one Joe Burrow, right? Same kind of deal. Remember, I told you they're usually throwing it between the hashes, but look at Joe. Classic over-the-top delivery. Classic, big, tall, athletic kid like him, right? This is exactly what he needed to shine. Something like this, man. NFL's probably going to be all over him, I'd have to imagine, right? For the fact that he's a great athlete, and then he's able to work this kind of stuff and have these numbers, fantastic. All right, you see a lot of these bunch sets right here. You saw a lot of that from Alabama last year when they had a more athletic tight end in Irv Smith, and Thad Moss acts as an Irv Smith right here. But you'll see this is where the cheese is made right here with Justin Jefferson running an over route pretty much, like I said before, right around the hashes. Then you got a couple of dummy vertical routes going on by Moss and I believe Terrace Marshall here. Pushing the ball down the field a little bit more. We love these pseudo empty sets and straight spread empty sets. Burrow pretty much looking this down the whole way. You can see in the point and shoot foot, the anchor foot, hitch, over the top delivery, usually pitch perfect, and that he is pitch perfect. So just look at that, man, being able to scheme that up, get everybody out in space like that with some of these vertical concepts. Conflicts of interest right here, Christian Tutt with his original assignment, especially when you're running guys through traffic, getting them loose that way. It's pretty much like taking candy from a baby, right? Joe Burrow is so accurate. All right, not too many opposite hash throws from either, but we see one right here, at least two is essentially lined up on the hash. Right after the front face and play action fake, he kind of drifts over from the hash, but it's essentially a hash throw. He's looking downfield and then takes the check off to Devontae Smith, so it's outside the numbers. And you can see he has very adequate arm strength. Even with that throwing mechanics, it's really good to see it right here, how he kind of short arms it right there. Let me know what you guys think about that as far as his NFL prospects go. You seen anybody with a throwing motion like that? But see right there, arm strength, no problem. And then when you get it out to a Devontae Smith in traffic, in space, good night, Irene. Makes one person miss, to the house. At least in this particular game, if Joe Burrow saw single coverage with really no help over the top, he was instructed to just go into whichever vertical route had that set up, right? So he's going to Terrace Marshall right here. All right, so you can see man coverage over here. So what he's going to do is he's going to look off. You see it's pretty much cover two over here, right? Cover two over there. He's going to look that off essentially to hold the middle safety, and then he's going to launch and fire. So technically, this is an opposite hash throw, but not in the sense that I would want to see it, right? I want to see an opposite hash throw to somewhere over here, because these throws have to be driven with a lot of velocity and they can't hang up in the air. When you're throwing a vertical route, it's meant to hang up in the air, so it doesn't necessarily show arm strength. But pretty good deal right here. And you're throwing to Terrace Marshall, like I said before, one of the top receivers in the country. It's like pitch and catch, baby. All right, you see here on the near hash, same type of deal right here, going vert, which essentially ends up being kind of a 50-50 ball, almost back shoulder fade type to Jamar Chase. Front facing play action fake. He does a good job, I think, routinely just slightly looking these off right. But he already has his mind made up where he wants to go because he was instructed to go there. If there's no help over the top, he's going to one of these outside receivers. That's just it. So, all right there, he's able to wait on this bad boy and really try to get. So, good job here by the offensive line, because you would think he would have already fired. So it almost seems like it's kind of late, but is it ever late when you're throwing to Jamar Chase? I don't think so. So here we go. Jamar Chase goes up and gets it, pushing the ball downfield. They give you a lot of the same concepts, but out of different personnel packages and just different looks in general. So got another over route right here by Jamar Chase. And look where he puts it at. Front facing play action fake. Marshall and Chase out there as well, but they're running those dummy routes just like before, right? When it was Justin Jefferson that ran the over route, just getting vertical upfield to get their guys out, and then you come behind it with Jamar Chase. He barely has a step on Noah Igbenogany, but look, pitch perfect. This is a good throw. That is crazy. That's a very good throw right there. Almost to the numbers, right? Almost to the numbers, kind of leaves him there, but definitely not the type of throw that I'm looking for to really see the arm strength. But obviously he has more than enough arm strength. He's extremely accurate, and his athleticism to me is kind of off the charts. I told you these concepts that they're running, virtually the same. I showed you the 3 slant concept before for LSU. You'll pretty much have it right here for Alabama. So you have Devontae Smith isolated over here with one. Henry Ruggs, I believe, running out here on a corner route. The tight end, Miller Forrestall, coming on a slant. But then you have a choice angle route by Jerry Jeudy coming out of the backfield. So he essentially also runs a slant because he takes the leverage. All right, so you can see him right here on the pool. Pretty much knows where he wants to go. So I was looking at this and looking at how often Tua looks off, but not as much, I believe, as Joe Burrow. Both could probably be a little bit better of looking off where they really want to go if they're already decided, right? He already knows he wants to go to Jerry Jeudy right here. Really no need to stare it down. Now the guy knows that it's coming, but what is he going to do? He can't do nothing about it because it's Jerry Jeudy. He gets that leverage, and then I've always pitch perfect. Look low and away where only he could get it. All right, remember, don't look at the results. Just look at how the results are derived. So I want to look at the ability to improvise and throw on the run. Both of these guys are quarterback first. Burrow's more of an athlete, in my opinion, but both can get the job done by delivering the ball on the run. So great fake there by Tua. Of course, slant's coming on the backside. He wants those bad boys to open up right there. So buy him a little bit of time right here. So maybe this ball should have been thrown. People bearing down on him so he couldn't work with his mechanics there, but throws that bad boy off the same foot as his throwing arm, right? Left foot, left arm. Those are kind of low, but it should have been caught, in my opinion, by Devontae Smith. Touch catch on the run like that, but still, that would have been 88 and out the gate. That was going to be a touchdown. And that's scary with Devontae Smith opening them, uncovering like that. All right, when they get into these 00 formations or these empty sets, Burrow's threat of detaching from the pocket is real, extremely real. So you see here, nobody open, or he doesn't like what he sees. Pretty much everyone's covered. He doesn't hesitate, for real. He gets upfield, right? That's why I always say he's going for the jugular vein on each play. He's going to make something happen, right? He's going to try to kill you on each play. And right there, getting it in. Very good athlete, being able to make people miss, run people over. He takes big hits. He's just a tough all-around football player, man. All right, check this out right here. Same exact concept, divert, right? Middle of the field rotation. He's going to go to the outside receiver, whoever he feels has the best. And he's going to normally look that off because it's predetermined, right? Front facing play action fake. You see him over here looking off in this direction. So this really holds the post safety. Come right backside. All in rhythm. Let that bad boy go. And check it out. Pitch perfect. Look at the product placement. Nasty. Over the shoulder to the outside portion of the frame. Sick. Same exact thing right here though, but this time goes to the well, run one too many times, front facing play action fake, looks it off, already predetermined, throwing in rhythm. But this time Jamar Chase does not have any type of leverage, and he looks like he under-delivers the ball. All right, picked off, predetermined, right? So a lot of this stuff is predetermined. I know people get mad if I call it elementary school, but it's nothing complicated about these two offenses at all, which makes it that much great because you're having something like that with these type of players, these type of receivers, these type of quarterbacks and everything like that. That's why these guys are just absolutely setting the world on fire. Hashtag real men watch to the end. Hashtag real football heads. We see the same deal right here. You have a hitch by Henry Ruggs, then a slant coming to Jerry Jeudy. So this was predetermined. He wanted to look off Henry Ruggs and come right here to this slant, right? So these guys don't matter out here. Mechie, Smith, Waddle. But look, if you want to get to, I think sometimes these 3D coverages, or sometimes just having someone in the middle of the field to kind of rob some of these in-breaking routes. See him on the pull. Pseudo looking that bad boy off, trying to hold the safety, but he doesn't know what the safety is doing, right? He's just having to hopefully that this safety is more in a cover 2 look, peeling back over here, but he's staying in the middle of the field, right? So this guy does look like that on the cover 2. So he thinks he has what he wants to have. Look that bad boy off and immediately shoot it right here. He's like, all right, Jerry Jeudy's coming open on the slant. You see the leverage. My man is twisted like a taco, twisted taco. So he thinks he's beat, but look, somebody's robbing in the middle of the field. Essentially throws it right to him. So neither one of these guys make a lot of mistakes with the football in their hands, and they're both just absolutely fantastic. I can't call it, which is crazy to me. I would think that it's a complete tie, just for the fact that Burrow with his athleticism, Tua with his knowledge and his pinpoint accuracy, it's just really hard to call it, man. And when that's saying a lot, because Tua did this all last year and is doing it this year. And a lot of people, when I did all this Joe Burrow stuff in the offseason and I said that Burrow was coming, you're going to respect Joe Burrow and this and that, they said he sucked. Flat out. Everybody said he sucked. Now look at him. He's arguably better than Tua, or at the very least, they are each other's equals. So that's absolutely perfect. I cannot wait for this game. It's about to be Clash of the Titans. Is the game of the century, like the first one, but this time with an offensive version, where the last time was just a bunch of defense. I like the first one, right? Because defense is my thing. So we'll see how this one goes, but it should be a good game. But as always, it's your boy Murf, the Underground King, Top Billin Sports. Thanks for watching, and I am out. Peace.
What more can I say? Top Billin.